into some more Witcher 3. Or hopefully this time we'll have less gwent. Hopefully. I mean, gwent's fine. It's just, it's not the most exciting to watch, I don't think, is it? I really don't think it is. Were we doing much else other than gwent? I think we finished getting our vineyard set up, didn't we? Or I say set up, we fully upgraded it. So I'm kinda curious. What exactly are we going to come across? Because, I mean, apparently this vampire we're hunting looked to be getting blackmailed. I'm gonna go to some guy who polishes your boot. Or boots, I guess. To get some information on him. So, hopefully, that'll go well. It's taking a while to load, isn't it? We could always do like a Witcher gear treasure hunt. I'm happy enough with my armour. I like my little glasses I've got as well. Not that they do anything. So I think for now I'll leave it. Yeah, for now I'll leave it. Instead we'll just fast travel to continue the main quest. Last week we could do fist fighting. Fist fighting's a bit boring though, isn't it? Yeah, no, we're just gonna fast travel to the main quest. It's much more exciting. But, like, at least a little bit. I mean, the fist fighting, it's not bad. It's just, it's not good. And on the hardest difficulty, it can just be a bit more annoying than anything.
Sweet mother of mine.
But yeah.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
It's 7:30 in the morning, not the day. Apparently it's night time. You could have fooled me. You could have fooled me. Okay. Meditate for an hour. I guess maybe we start at 8. Maybe we start at 9. Who knows? No, we start at 8. Hello, small
So how
child.
would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave
dear.
him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
Poor kids being bullied by the local merchants. I mean, I'm a
A
witcher.
witcher, and I'd advise you to go
If-
back
if-
where you came from.
That
I
means
thought
much
witches
here.
prevent men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Am I gonna have to brainwash these fellas?
Well, then we'll
Get them
thrash you
to
as
go
well,
away.
which is all the same to me.
Wait, they're fighting?
That move.
Why are we fighting?
Vagrant teeth.
Okay, I mean,
Floors and cheats.
definitely don't get my sword out. That was not the right move if I do that. These guys don't seem terrible. I'm just about out of practice, haven't I? Come on, I was trying to focus down the one at a time, but that's clearly not been working. Let me just... I can't eat the werewolf meat. Eat a ham sandwich has worked. This guy here wasn't what I was focusing on. Let's try and get him gone in a second. If we can, anyway. Come on. No? Not good enough. This fighting's a bit of a pain.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
We're harassing the man. Yeah, we just had a slight misunderstanding.
Nothing really.
We don't need
A
to
little
get them into
misunderstanding.
trouble.
Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us.
Oh dear.
In a cell or to scare the dimwits out of you.
I didn't want them to get into trouble.
Come on.
I mean, to be fair, we are kind of dicks, but I feel a bit bad about that. I feel a bit bad. I also have a sandwich, so I
You're
don't
very
really
good
mind.
with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
And do.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
I don't want to be helping him spread muck about the streets.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
He's gonna charge me for this,
My
isn't he?
boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
This could maybe an information broker of some kind?
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say...
What
500 crowns.
What?
Feeling like
Gotta be
food.
kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes.
Very
new
kind of you,
brushes.
Seeker. The
And
very
if
first
I get
streamer
enough
on your
money
new
left,
TV.
I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get
Oh,
my
I am
spot for
honoured.
free.
Got it all planned out.
It's quite the
I should
privilege
think
you're given.
so. Capital is all I require.
And even better than that, I mean, I've got a kid doing work in the game. It's brilliant. Like a win-win all around.
Let's see if we can't figure something out.
I'm even eating a sandwich. And wait, I negotiate down from 500. Okay. Okay, let's try the tried and true
That's not even
369.
worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
Okay. 420.
It's not quite.
No,
I'd
420
say
is
so.
not good. That's a shame, kid. You don't understand these funny numbers I'm trying to pay you. Fine, 469.
Ah,
There we go.
see? I knew
I
we'd
barely
catch it.
saved myself any money that wasn't worth it.
Guess I
Or
can
that
agree
one's
to
just
that.
not there.
A
Oh,
thousand
what's your order,
thanks.
Seeker?
I shan't forget it.
I hope it's something nice.
Now to the matter at
I'd
hand.
imagine it is, otherwise
I
you
know
wouldn't
the
have ordered
fellow
it.
you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek
I'm not entirely sure what food
but
that is, but I mean,
what
it sounds
ultimately-
nice.
The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do
So
not
he
know
sends
if the
his boots to
gentleman
get
lives
clean.
there.
Worth
Here.
checking. Might happen on a lead.
That's an odd thing to do,
You
isn't it?
Scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go. With
Yeah,
all
obviously
due
beans-
respect, sirs, your boots could stand
fair
a
enough.
cleaning.
Sounds quite nice.
Perhaps later.
Sounds quite nice. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, Sector.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with.
Oh, I figured out the walking buttons so we can have a nice casual walk through the city with Regus. Maybe catch up to him slightly. He's really wanting to just run.
Red
Fair
door,
enough.
one that Boot Black mentioned.
So we just enter in the random toy shop. There's
Where's that coat gone this time?
yeah, lots and lots of crows or ravens or rooks. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's probably crows.
You've not seen my old man, have you? Eh?
Going by this man we're chasing, Detlef, he's gonna know we've been here, seeing as we know Regus's
We shall
secrets.
talk later. Let's find Detlef.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Crows are definitely gonna keep him informed.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Is he gonna teleport inside and open it? Or is he gonna lock it? He's gonna teleport inside and open it. Fair enough. Yeah, it's a lot of birds.
Nice.
We're gonna
Never
report back to
considered becoming a
Detlef about
burglar.
what's happened.
Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
I mean, a belty like that which let him, not Regus, the Detlef, sneak into that person's house without ever being detected. Vampires have all sorts of cool tricks in this. You can't handle my 1080p at 60 FPS.
Sense him.
I mean, I apologise. I'm not going to turn down the FPS for you.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
Now, does this place just have a basement? And that leads into the sewers or something? That is my immediate guess. Seeing as we're going upstairs, I'm starting to think maybe not.
So this is his nest. Need to look around. Old toy.
This is
No use to anyone.
weird.
Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I mean, yeah,
Puppets rather
I
disturbing.
guess.
Tools
Not
were
that I
used recently.
deserve it all,
Detlef unwind
exactly.
by fixing toys between murders.
Really, now, Geralt, must you?
So, is he trying to fix this music box, Detlef? Would be my
Nice
assumption.
tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
And that's a lot of distance. But we get some letters listing his
Look,
targets.
slips of paper, name on each.
He was sent these by
Count
someone.
Crespi,
He is being blackmailed.
Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Imported info means it's definitely
With
someone of
wine,
higher standing.
Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Yeah, I don't think Detlef could have written these.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
We now know he's
Get to
not
work.
acting necessarily of his own volition. He's been given targets. What's this?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. Is his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
I don't recognise it myself. Apparently Geralt does. We've got suspicious letter.
Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
Ah.
You
So
must
yeah,
complete the
blackmail
killing in 3 days. Fail, and
through
the
a
next letter you
hostage.
receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Yeah, anyone who necessarily have a grudge against him, but not want to reveal he's a
Any idea
vampire.
what it could be? Detlef have
They're
any
like
enemies?
when the freak to identify when
gains
they're
foes
sniffing it.
occasionally, but they never
You'd
live
think
long.
with his increased
One might
sense of
have
smell,
managed to evade
he'd
him.
be better at
Possible
doing
in
that, wouldn't
theory,
you?
But I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself. Whoever it is
I don't understand the whole wine being dry. Like, it's a liquid. It's wet, clearly.
Who's Renowed?
It's one
Like,
time
that doesn't make any sense. It would be dry.
woman with whom he was very close.
That'd just be
Because she accepted
daft.
him.
Simply, it
With
would be
her
daft.
aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
He had a thing for her, didn't think she'd leave. Was she charmed?
Why do you think that?
Why?
Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Detlef's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
So she's a vampire too. I'm assuming Detlef did try to
Detlef
look
ever
for
try
her,
to
right?
find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
And yeah, this time someone else found her. And now is holding her hostage? Or is she trying to get protection from some people by using herself as a hostage?
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
How would you
prepared to kill,
kidnap a
that's clear.
vampire?
As would you be for Yennefer.
That seems like
He
a difficult
kills,
thing
but
to
he cares
do.
for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's some
so
of what we know. Seems Detlef's being
if we find
blackmailed.
Detlef, can
Someone's
we
been
help
feeding
him?
his victims' names.
All
We don't
noted
know.
down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool.
Doesn't make him
making
entirely free of guilt,
So it would seem.
but he's not doing
This
this for his
illuminates
own
the fact
reasons.
We must find Renowed. Render the black.
It's enough for me.
The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here.
Ah,
He's
well,
sure
I
to
know.
return sooner or later.
Think he'll
You
listen?
found your favourite
I'll
character.
wait with you,
He's a
maybe.
lovely man.
He'll sense you from a
I-
mile.
I like
Simply fail to appear.
his...
I'd better
Can't
stay
remember his
alone.
name.
You must trust me on this.
It's on the tip of my
Fine.
tongue.
Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it.
Hell's his
We'll
name?
await you here.
Regis, that was it. He's a lovely man. He just wants to help you out. He's not in any way evil. He's just a nice guy. I like him. Like I looked this. Eviction notice. Ooh, Detlef was kicked out of his home apparently. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor Detlef. Being kicked out of his own house. I mean, is it actually his house or is it just a hideout? I want to think Detlef does actually work and own a toy shop. Like, I'd love that if that was the case. It won't be. I'd love it if it was. Just like some creepy vampire man running a toy shop. It's just fun sounding. I don't know if that's what everyone would think of as fun, but I'd think of it as fun. Yeah, how you been doing anyway, Dino? You've been doing fine. I do hope you have been. Still working on the... like... what's it called? New Game Plus of this in Death March. So I hope that's been doing fine for you. And yeah, it's been fine for me. Still working on stuff for moving into a new flat. It's pretty much done. I should be moving in this Friday, hopefully. Because I've been working on it a little bit here and there, because the university starts this next Monday, I think it is, 19th.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken.
Ah,
You
and you
arrived
finished
and
it.
Trouble followed soon after.
Step
It's
aside.
rather quick,
Got a
actually.
matter for
Does he
the
just
Duchess.
focus on only the main campaign of it, I'd
Last
imagine?
Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Yeah, it's gotten more
Case is more
complicated.
serious
Let's
than we thought.
resume.
Beast. I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very
I
disappointed.
don't return with nothing, though, Miss
Situation's not
Duchess.
quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention.
I love how that's
Legends
actually
and fables.
And
Yeah,
the
be honest.
buckthorn? When I was a child,
Fair enough.
Grandmama Adamarta always claimed
Kaer
buckthorn drives off
Morn's definitely worth having the
Silver
help
Sword's your
for.
best option for keeping them at bay, but it won't get the job done.
It's a fun
Only
fight, the
higher
Cairn
vampire
Morgan,
can truly
isn't
kill
it?
another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
I mean, you're only going to lead them to their death, I would
Go
imagine.
ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps.
The least death
40
possible.
of my men-at-arms,
I mean, yeah.
but another skirmish.
Fair enough. I
40,
think in
50,
the Cairn
100,
I only got
doesn't
the
matter.
one person killed, and that was
Make any difference
Vesemir,
against
who
him.
I'm assuming is
You
meant
have
to
not
die.
seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
I love how much this guy's out to
Thinking
just
of lesser vampires,
undermine me.
Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure.
How
Attack
rude of him.
anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires, they think. They employ reason.
Monsters
Have
driven
a friend,
by reason.
Lambert can.
A curious contention.
Okay.
What then do you intend to do?
I mean, if Lambert died, that would be a bit weird, because he doesn't seem to really have any meaning. I mean, sure, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I think we've very much driven home that it's no common monster, but let's
It's
try
way
a bit
beyond
more.
being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
I think I've kind of convinced this guy to be on side with
Try
us
to
and not to
talk
act
to him. That's our
rashly.
best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally...
We're taking this surprisingly well, considering I've not
capable of feeling
resolved the
many things,
case.
even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human.
Yeah, they're just
And he'll do anything
hearing
to
all
keep
of
her
this
from
and
harm.
pretending they know what's
you do
going on.
not, I trust,
You're not
suggest we
wrong.
let Milton's killer go free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kidnapped a woman
Pretty
to
much
control the
Dino.
vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
I mean, not really, I'll be honest.
A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop.
We're actually fetching some guys who's gonna sniff this and be like,
Tucson.
yes, this is a
Wine is sacred.
1824
Here there is no
vintage.
such thing
A
as
dry
drop
red
of wine, or
something.
stains
Are we sending off for someone like
stains
that?
from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Oh god. I thought you were joking earlier, Sek.
Witcher, show him the paper scrap.
Oh.
Benoit, can you determine
Brilliant.
which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre Tour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high.
How can you tell that?
It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
I'm genuinely amazed that was actually a solution to this. You don't need to tell me about the wine. I don't care.
Your Grace wants to
I
go
really
with me.
don't care.
Out of the question.
This is absurd. You can't just snip a piece of paper and be like, oh yeah, it's this kind of wine.
And do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
That's not a thing you can do,
What
right?
you propose is far too dangerous.
It's not a thing. It's
The
not
Witcher
a
should
thing.
go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
I love how he's already slipping up over it.
Yeah,
This is
ready to
only
go.
going to end badly.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
I'll need to make sure I'm more concealed as well. There's only one real idea I've got coming to mind. I'm gonna have to take off the glasses. No one will know. Just tell her, guy. I mean, yeah, I am usually better at killing them. But I'm also good at resolving the situations in the most, like, fine way. Wait, why should no one tell her? Like, she seems to know of him already quite well.
This vampire.
What?
Have you ever faced its sort before?
Why would no one tell her
How did
about
it end?
Geralt knowing how
Did
to
you
kill
kill it?
things?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one,
I
sure.
don't think I'm meant to be
Managed
ahead.
to kill it.
I don't think that's how the escort's meant to
Kill a
work.
vampire.
Well, what speed are these guys going at? They're at canter. They're at a canter. Okay. That's fine. I can canter. That's all good. Let me just try and cut off everyone's favourite guard captain or whatever. Stay between them, like, potentially. Like, the physics will glitch out at some point. I'll be catapulted into space.
We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Panthers attacking a...
Begone!
Okay. Why would panthers be attacking? What is he transporting that would interest the
Save
panther?
us!
That seems like an odd thing to have to fight here. Ow. Is there... I thought he was keeping it busy. He was not keeping it busy prior to that. I thought I was, like, focusing down the one. Apparently not. One of them's been chilled and slowed down. I do have points of adrenaline, so I should be more than fine. I don't need to be too worried. Got rid of one. That heals me for, I think, 5% health. There we go. And your soundtrack is lovely. Like, all of the sounds for all of the areas in this game. Lovely.
You
saved our lives.
Hooray!
Yes, hurry, I am agreeing with the child. Yeah, I guess we'll just put another point into this. Just get crippling strikes. I want to apply it to there, but I don't know how you unlock it, because I've unlocked 2 mutations. Do I need to have them active? Ooh, you need to have them active. Okay, that's how it works. I thought you just had to have them unlocked. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. If I activate... You can only have the one activated. Okay, that's a little bit odd. If we put that into there... Or we could... Can we not, like, switch these out? Okay, so that one can't go in. Weirdly enough. Kinda makes sense, but I now do bleeding on my attacks. Which is good. I would imagine it's a decent amount of extra damage. It's hard to really say. It's hard to really say. Because, I mean, it is just guaranteed extra damage, right?
It's the best in Ortusa. An old master of the
Like
winemaking
that
trade
should be.
wants it. Fabricio.
Be trustworthy?
He's
It's also from the end of the upgrade tree, so I'm
There's
assuming
nothing
it's going to be good.
Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive.
Come on now.
How exactly do we investigate here, Wolf? Out revealing the identity.
We did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned.
Really?
I shall
It's
order the
practically
salon
her.
prepared.
How did you for
That
not
won't be
escorting
necessary.
her?
As you can see,
Really?
we are not here on an official visit.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. It is an escort mission. But usually they wait up for you.
Then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
We are here for an inspection, I
This is an
guess.
inspection. We've got questions. You'll
That
answer
seems about correct.
And who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witch.
She annoys you.
He has come to
It's
Toussaint
fine.
on my
Yeah,
personal
she's
invitation.
very, like,
Which
high
is
and
to
mighty,
say-
isn't she?
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you
Like,
hear that, Witcher?
I understand she's in,
Be
like, a
delighted
high
to answer
position,
your every question.
but
Wanna
she's
talk
very
about
full of
Sonreal?
herself. Very
I
full of
am
herself.
at your service.
But yeah. How do you transport the wine? Any
Follows the girl to the
chance
palace.
someone there to
With our
take
own
it?
garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
Okay. Is anyone... It's not a cock inspection. Zeko. No. We don't have any chickens here. It's a vineyard. Silly man.
Some of this wine might have been stolen.
got-
Just a
Really?
suspicion we have, but any
Like,
burglaries lately?
I guess, yeah, should get annoyed at Geralt for not killing the vampire without understanding the
Past I took
situation.
stock of the inventory. All was accounted for.
I can
Barrels lie
I
safely
can
in the
somewhat
cellar, I
understand
assure
why you wouldn't like it.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
you.
Why is she standing on the fountain in heels? This seems like she's just gonna fall off
Master
backwards
Fabricio,
into the
We
fountain.
have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either
It'd be
case,
funny if she just
you
fell into
shall
the
answer
fountain.
for
Yeah.
it.
That'd be a brilliant thing.
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
I mean, there is a possibility that she's the one blackmailing the vampire.
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course.
Like, there's definitely a
Here it is.
chance.
Come, Witcher.
He's always believe themselves to be superior species, monsters. Yeah, it's weird. Especially with her, she thinks she's better than everyone.
was blackmailing the vampire. Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal.
I
He owes all he
mean,
has
trigger
to
my
me.
walking
His
moves,
father
'cause we seem to be
frittered
going after
away
walking
family
speed.
fortune. He left his son
There we
an
go.
encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
I like how all the guards actually bow during this. That's actually a really nice touch for this one mission, isn't it? Like, that's not something they had to do in any capacity. It's really nice they added that little touch for when she's walking past. I wonder if it's coded in for all guards if she walks past Vale Bow.
So where do we start?
Or if it's only this mission and other ones where they're involved.
Here's the inventory ledger.
Brilliant, I get to read a book.
Vintner's
This
log.
is what we're here for.
Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
I'm gonna assume there's a bottle missing somewhere. I mean, you can only see the one interactable thing. And, I mean, it's this immediately.
Est.
Well.
I think everyone and their mothers heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world.
Could pick up a
Castel
barrel
Ravello
tap.
is famous for it.
Read the barrel tap? Where do we use this? So we're not stealing the wine. I mean, how would I check for the vintage? I'm confused. It was 1269 we were looking for, wasn't it? I've got a hammer now. I'm a little confused. What am I meant to be doing? That's...
I like it. Quite dry.
Okay, so it's... I have to find the right wine. Fair enough. It's not stealing if I'm inspecting. No, it very much would be, I would think.
Pomino over here.
Also, is it a bad idea to have naked flames out in a wine cellar where you're going to have alcoholic fumes?
Saint-Réal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Yeah, it's the wrong year. How very observant of you. How very observant. Let me just try and climb up this. There we go. It'd be nice if I could just like use a barrel tap and take out multiple bottles of wine from something. That'd be lovely. Being able to just like steal all of it. Nothing there, meaning it'll be one of these ones. There we are.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Well, let's just knock them, I guess.
Full.
There's... like, that one in the middle is definitely not a barrel.
Full.
I'm just like going around hitting all of them. I'm gonna bet you it's this one. It's not.
Full too.
Well, I guess I was wrong. Why can't I check that one in the end though? That confuses me a little.
This one's full too.
They're all
Looks like
full?
all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Saint-Réal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall
Oh, I
open
literally
one
grabbed
by
those
one
earlier.
with taste.
Brilliant.
Ready. We can start.
I'm not gonna find other types of wine. Yeah, I'm curious about this one that I wasn't able to knock on.
Ready.
Step aside.
I mean, is she just gonna taste it? Is she some kind of wine connoisseur and Geralt isn't? Can't believe it. We're gonna have to escort a drunk majesty back.
So?
Slightly smoky, strongly tannic, definitely Sonreal.
Okay, do we need to take the tap back? No? Okay, I was thinking it was gonna be this one. Let's give this a try. Come on. Was my hunch correct? So I had nothing to go off of.
Revolting.
Genuinely amazed. How on earth did I guess right?
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Brilliant.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
I mean, what are the chances of me getting that right? I mean, it was 1 out of 8, but still, what are my chances?
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace, I...
You are a step away from losing
Wait,
your
is he
head.
gonna fall into
Speak the
fountain?
truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're preparing for go. We're still not expecting to be inspecting any of that.
A nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt.
I should limit it, shouldn't it?
I've no Cintrian aristocrat at court.
Oh god, poor man. We better hope he's not doing that. Oh no.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, your grace, you must forgive me.
Well.
Wine itself. How do you hand it over?
Hand over your cock, my good man. You know the rules.
In the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it?
It's not bandit types. They wouldn't have let him get away. We're definitely an organised militia, I guess, of some kind.
They wish to buy another barrel, and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
I mean, that's quite handy, actually.
That's enough.
Very convenient for us.
Your grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
I mean, it seems a bit excessive charging of high treason for selling a barrel of wine. God almighty,
blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to
Fairman's just wanting to buy back his estate.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
And to be fair, it is the Duchess's property. So it does kind of make sense. And
let's get going.
We're not sending into some kind of weird kinky dungeon secret. I really hope we're not.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
Only punishment on par. God. Poor man. Poor man. And we're not going to question the fact that I'm not the same man who delivered it last time, are we? Or the fact that I have 2 swords and a crossbow on my back and a Witcher talisman, and I'm dressed in full, like, plate mail. Surely they won't question any of that, will they? Like, that may be Gotham. If I could have dyed it purple, I would have. There's a lot of them.
Ah, our favorite vintner.
Okay. So what exactly are all of these people up to?
It's not him.
Okay. I mean, I'm hoping we're not gonna kill all of them. We do need some of them alive, right? I mean, one of them had a name. So, I mean, definitely one of them at least should be someone we could reasonably capture. Take out these ranged guys. This is fine. I do like how I do just absorb their health when we die. It's really quite nice. I also don't entirely remember what the, like, fancy mutation effect I've equipped is. I just hope it's a good one. I really hope it's a good one. But I could check now. What did I equip? Deal better damage. Okay. Counter attack can immediately trigger a finisher. If I counter attack. Which I probably won't, because it's more effort than it's worth. I can just murder them normally. It's worth considering though. It's worth considering. Although, I mean, let me try it. Let's see if it is worthwhile. No? That's really not worthwhile, is it? Yeah, no, it's much easier to just kill them. I'm just gonna kill them. I don't entirely understand the counter-attack system. It doesn't seem to work half the time. There's only one man left. Are we really killing all of them? Can we not just stun him and take him hostage? No? I thought we were going to want to interrogate someone. It would seem not. Alright, guess we're murdering. That's fine. There we go. Poor guy. He could have just been questioned.
You'd wait for my signal.
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
And we did capture one of them.
Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
I mean, you didn't have any reason to trust me before this.
Had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men.
You're not supposed to
At any
admit
rate, I
that
see the
to me.
effort you put forth,
God
and I
damn.
appreciate it. Let us go to her grace.
Can we
She
seduce the
awaits
man?
nearby.
I really hope we can. I'm always up for a bit of the homosexual energy in my streams. You may have been able to guess this from many things I've done in the past. Yeah, why is the...
Wait, she here?
Why is the
I hope you
Duchess
did not
here?
think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour
This
proves
is
essential.
pretty
This
dangerous.
prisoner
She
of
just
yours,
waited back
bring
in the
him to
vineyard.
me. We must ask him some questions.
Why bring him to Duchess? Also, this is the leader who I just stabbed in the chest to death
Captain,
a moment
do the
ago.
honors.
Who sent you?
Or is that the one who was shot by him?
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it.
Wait. If he doesn't wish to
Can't I just,
speak,
like,
he knows.
brainwash him with my
I
Witcher
can think of
powers?
several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher
Okay.
will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
We're not just gonna brainwash him.
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
Man, you're really not able to use
Your men
Axie.
find me a strong rope, kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait, great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Yeah, rather than who,
Barrels.
where were these
Where were you
going?
gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one.
Yeah, of
The
course.
first barrel went to a
But
warehouse
the one
at
I
the
want
port.
to keep
But where this one was bound,
is
I
definitely
don't know.
dead.
I speak true. You must believe me.
Who
I mean,
hired you?
do we know who's in charge? I mean,
He'll kill me.
Ought to be
wasn't
worried about me
Horace
right
who got
now.
hired with the whole
Who
group,
is
right?
he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
And now he's going to be killed because the
Take him
Duchess is
away.
just going to kill him.
Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Let's go to
Why
town.
not? Okay. I guess we're just following her about. Because, I mean, we don't have much else to do right now, do we? We kind of did all our gwent last time.
It's late.
All of
Relax,
the
you'll
gwent.
come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my
for cock.
mutations. We Witchers.
I don't know what your
rarely
obsession
use.
is with cocksucker.
What if something has happened to him?
I mean,
Captain seems
sure.
like a man who can
Why
take
not?
care of himself.
Why not?
Perhaps he can. But this Cintrian appears to be no
I wouldn't
common
deny
bandit.
man is cock.
He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
I mean, he could be the
Still
middleman,
don't
you
know
know.
this Centrion's
He was
behind
handing out
kidnapping and
things to his
blackmail.
clients.
Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centrion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders.
She
Even if
really
none of
cares
it's his
about her
doing,
wine.
He could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Hopefully someone we want. Ooh.
Captain,
It
why
is.
so long? We expected you hours ago.
Just...
This Centrion does not work alone.
I mean, yeah,
Fighting an organization.
it would probably make it stop them
Bandits attacked
somewhat.
us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Someone's put a bounty out on us.
Down to
Who
business.
saw us
You learn anything?
in order to put out a
I will
bounty?
start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same.
Yeah.
We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Mandragora, I would imagine, is an amphitheatre or something of that nature. Maybe a tavern. I don't know.
Gotta nab the Centrion.
But yeah,
Seems we have to go to that get-together.
we have to sneak into
You
a
read my
fancy
mind, Witcher.
place.
I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the Avenger?
She's gonna make quite a ruckus if she appears at
Mandragora
this
always
one.
assembles at the same place.
Unless it's a
Residence in
like
Oatville.
masquerade
It's a
party.
very distinct.
We're gonna recognise the damn Duchess, aren't we?
Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
Oh, but we could get to play dress up with Geralt again. You know what? I'm fine with this. Even if the Duchess is being a bit silly with it all.
The Cintrian.
And I've got the option to put on nice clothes, which... I mean, of course I'm going to do. Why would you not get nice clothes? I imagine getting the option to play dress up Geralt, then not dressing up Geralt. Like, that's simply absurd, not doing that. You would have to be mad. Ouch. Let's go. I mean, you know it's coming, don't you, Seko? Like, it's the one consistent thing there's been. Oh. Can I not just leave? I mean, I feel I should probably get rid of these guys, right? I got poisoning on the guy with axe, so I'm not worried about him anymore. Ow. Apparently Nevin's after me. Good grief. Nevin, you've got such a weird name. Why do you want to put yourself at risk like this? Poor Nevin. Poor Nevin. And then goes Kier. And we've got Madden. I swear that it's not a like American football game. Not a rugby, different things. But, I mean, that's that.
Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Yeah, with a contract on me. Just a picture though. Now, to be fair, it's not the best picture, is it? I kind of missed my most distinguishing feature. I forgot the glasses. I mean, I'd be fine if they had glasses on there, but I'm a bit upset. This whole area, I've been wearing these glasses.
Move it.
How could they not include it? I'm really quite sad. Maybe they don't think they look good on me. Maybe my fashion sense isn't what I thought it was. Like, Geralt's gonna be getting all self-conscious now. I'm trying to put this bounty out on me. They deserve to die just for that. I don't care about the whole blackmailing of higher vampire or anything. No, I just... I forgot my glasses.
Spare me a wee moment.
And, oh.
Keep calm. Start
You got my money then? If you're shouting at me.
Got your coin, sir. And a wee gift to thank you for the trust you showed. This blade's the Reckoner. It saved my arse a fair number of times.
At least he actually got me my money.
Thanks, Cianfanelli. We'll call it even.
It's only 500 crowns.
I'd like to apologise for the whole minging kerfuffle. That's my knees.
Okay. Is that sword any good? Oh, that's actually pretty decent. I mean, I'm gonna keep the current one for now, but it's a fairly alright sword. I hadn't found this down in, like, the vampire caves. I likely would have used the one he gave me. The Reckoner, or whatever he's called it. Yeah, time to play Dress Up Geralt. Well, it's a fun game. Hello, Pierre.
Welcome back to our northern dandy.
Yes, no, not Gwent.
All jokes
Tempted,
aside,
but not Gwent.
Let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
So, you could... I'll get the Claire Dibley. We want it to be a regional thing. Some Beclair boots to go with it. And some Beclair trousers. I'm gonna keep the glasses. We're not going to a masquerade party, I don't think. If we are, I mean, I've got some interesting masks. And donkey ears.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's all for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Let me just equip myself. Unequip the gloves, because we don't use gloves. Geralt really looks stupid in this. If we're going to a party, I want to keep the glasses on. But there is also the mask from this armor set I had before, right? Where is that? Is it in here? It was in here. Apparently under quest items. I'd say that works. If it's not a masquerade party, I'm gonna need to take this off. I'm gonna look utterly mad. I'll regret it if I do look quite that stupid. Yeah, guess we're going to meet Anna down that way. Probably quickest to just run there. And our way, we might even be able to touch the statue's cop. Which I'm sure you would appreciate, Seku. Because if I'm remembering correctly, it was around this area, wasn't it? It was up this little alley here.
What's new, mon ami?
Yeah, I've remembered the right place. Let's touch a statue's cop. Here we go.
Can't go doing this?
Perfect. We now have unlimited stamina for a minute when running outside of combat. Perfect. It genuinely does give you increased stamina touching that. It's lovely. Anyway, let's hope this is a masquerade party, because I've got a mask on.
Late.
If this isn't a masquerade party, then... I mean, do I keep the mask on anyway? I am half tempted. Aw. Cutscene Geralt's taking it off. Oh, it's back on now. Only at a distance does he not have a mask. Oh, no, it's a masquerade. Oh, thank God I made a good decision.
I did not expect you to have such a sense of style.
I bought everything with word book flair on it.
Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Aww. What's wrong with my
A little
mask?
different, the ones Mandragora wear.
I wanted my mask.
Put it on.
It's the one time I can think of maybe using it.
Let's go.
Oh,
Soiree started.
Script.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Like, does she just want more, like, gold edged masks? What would you call it? I wanted to say inlaid, but it's not inlaid.
How do we find this Intrian?
Gold adorned,
Key
maybe?
is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
So, is Geralt gonna pick up any women here?
Extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
I mean, like, let's small talk. Let's small talk.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual...
Okay, now that sounds much more interesting than a singer.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest
And the
pantomime.
pantomime's less exciting. You're not wrong. We would have been in time for some nice singing if it wasn't for that damned woman there. She even told me my mask wasn't good.
Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
It's a
I don't know
sword
where she is
swallow.
now, but I can give you a clue.
I mean,
Let's hear it.
I doubt there's gonna be a sword swallow. I'd love it if we had that drunk, fire-breathing man, or fire swallower, I think his title was, from the wedding. I'm assuming that's when you're meaning Sekur.
Well, well.
Great if he came
The
back.
lion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
She's not got a
Wear a
mask.
mask?
Come on.
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Okay. I have noticed the optional objective of take part in the entertainments. No, I've not really been to circuses before. I think I've been to one once.
Your muttering.
Do you feel taking a bath?
Oh, that's awfully rude. I was wanting to take one of the little, like, entree bits of food or whatever you call them. You've just said a smell. Can't believe it. Geralt apparently rolls down the stairs afterwards to escape.
Show us the artist in you. Paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Get to throw paintballs.
Good folk, yet
Okay.
another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you are not an art.
Well, let's do some art. Let's see if you can figure out what I'm going to be doing. This should be figure outable. I only wanted the two of them, so let's just put another one there. Green? Cool, that'll do. Let's see, can you guess what I'm gonna do? It's a smiley face. It's a smiley face, I'm not drawing a card. Perfect. Do I really need to throw all of these? Okay, I'm just gonna chuck them out randomly at this point. They still could do a cut. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Fine. Fine, we'll get a cut. Got plenty of paint left. With how this works though, like, the lower it down the paint is, it seems to overlap them, because that purple I definitely threw on last. Okay, let's do a penis in this side. Come on, we can do this.
It's not a landscape of clever. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
It's a manifestation of a man's soul. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess.
Allow me
Perfect.
to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and
Yep, definitely what it is.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The
Oh
justice
god.
of nature.
I never claimed to be good artists. I mean, you can see at least the, like, purple and blue colour. Like, that's fine. Yeah, looking at mini-map. You can just drink.
The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
And now we've got a mime.
You've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
I mean, I'm not going to interrupt the mime. Although, what happens if I walk in between?
They can't agree.
No? Doesn't affect them. Fair enough, I'll leave the mimes be. They're probably French. They don't deserve my attention.
Where's it? Besides,
I mean,
There are a great many highly
what's
qualified
this?
candidates. We wish to be alone. Please leave.
It's just people. Okay. That's not anything important.
Are you sure it's an original?
You want to get rid of them as well. I mean, they are just mimes. There's nothing too wrong with them. Like, they're just standing there doing next to nothing for a while.
Mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, what's he doing? You know what? I can get behind that. That's quite nice. I thought he was just floating, but no, he's summoning, like, magic dolphins. That's fine, Bing. I quite like that. Much more exciting than the mimes.
That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Alright, alcoves again. Fragment of a script for stage play. the besotted Witcher. Okay. I like how it's about a Witcher. Do you have a hand with it at all?
Pretentious.
No?
I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious.
Someone called it pretentious. Oh, brilliant. He's off in a huff because someone called it pretentious. And is this who I'm looking for? I mean, I've got a cutscene.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
I mean,
Need to talk to your
Twitch is fine with this, right?
Take a minute.
I hope.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake. Move.
Yeah, but we're just looking at her from behind. This is fine. As long as we only get close-ups of her face.
We
I
came
think
here
we're
to
safe.
meet you specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble, you came.
I hope it's fine.
Wanted to ask
I
you
hope
about
it's
him.
fine.
Centrian noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
Yeah. It's just because I upload these to YouTube down now. I know Twitch is fine with this. YouTube's a bit finicky about it all, though.
But
it should be okay.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
At the end of the day, it makes it age restricted, doesn't get taken down at all, so
Then they
I'm fine.
strolled off together to
No one really watches them too much on YouTube anyway, so I'm not all that
Excuse
bothered.
me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Search for a refreshment table using my Witcher senses. Now that is a task I had not thought would exist in this. So I'm incredibly happy that it does.
They say releasing them brings good luck.
Oh, you can just release a paper lantern.
Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
There it goes. I'm waiting for this good luck to kick in. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of good luck, it's just floating away. Fair enough. Yeah, we were just at the reflection table a minute ago.
Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
It's fine. Relax. Master Bouveau is a generous patron.
Wonder, anything in here? Am I allowed to go in? The bodyguard? Oh,
Please go.
alright, I'll go. That's fine. I was just curious what the hell that was all about. Yeah, let's just walk over here. We're not in the water, so we're fine. Okay, we're mildly in the water here, but still fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. Search for the refreshments table using my Witcher senses. Why can I not just find it normally? Why is there a loot?
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat with it once.
This looks like
Shaped box.
possibly refreshments.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Ah, that's why it said to use Witcher senses.
It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate
Now,
meaning.
what do you think the chances are the person I'm looking for is a mime? Or is in that room at the very far back, where I just tried to get into but there was a bodyguard? I'm assuming it's that room at the back. Yep, scent keeps on going. Keeps going still. I wonder, is it in the room right at the very back? There's a good chance it is.
Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
Yeah, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it's tucked away over here, behind the bodyguard?
As I said, only Mandragora artists allowed. Nothing I can do.
I ain't supposed to be an artist.
We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace.
I guess I did do the painting. You're not wrong.
So loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I mean, firstly, don't tell anyone you've seen.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Okay, secondly, Cecilia's in there, right?
Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and his
Seems we've got our man.
accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him.
Now, is Celia okay, or is she dead because this is like a rival gang of vampires?
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
You just
upstairs.
Squeeze in. I mean, we're not able to smell perfume. I am. Okay, so we're in here. What exactly has happened?
That must be Cecilia.
Yeah, thought maybe she'd be dead.
We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
I've taken my mask off, apparently.
Guard would have noticed.
It's that much of a shot.
Be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
But you could have just jumped out the balcony, couldn't you?
Fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
And am I gonna put the mask back on? So I really stand out now as a man wanted by the guy I'm chasing. No, can't go into my inventory. But my assumption
made a platform
is he's over here.
Must be pretty
somewhere.
Strong too. Must have climbed this ladder.
I mean, he must have, I guess. That's a very clever deduction, girl. I was just wondering, and happened to find the right place.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Is that
bloodstains?
Blood, yeah. Possibly he changed? Imagine, aggressive. Yeah. I probably could have maybe saved her if the Duchess was on time.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
And this man was after a jewel.
Lock's busted.
Seemingly.
Probably.
Okay. Got plenty of bits of jewellery.
But it's not what he came for.
So she had a jewel around her neck, which apparently had some importance.
Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Right, open this?
Locked.
No.
No key in sight.
But we do have
Canvas
this.
is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Why would they take a knife to paint it?
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it.
Why does it look like there's been a fight up here?
Climb out, fall out.
It seems bizarre. Can I get out this window, Geralt? No? No, we can't get out the window. What do I still have to look at? I mean, I guess this.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Someone crashed into that, fell to the floor. Possibly the body was placed down there after being chucked out the window onto the balcony that would be below this window. Okay.
Well, knocked bent over, turned toward the room.
What do I still need to investigate, Geralt? I mean, what does any of this mean? Blue armor die. I mean, I'll take it, but it's not what I'm after. The chest. And... it's
Precious
chill.
stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny
Is that what I was
chain
after?
next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
And we've come to a dead end, then.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he
So it
set
could
off
have
in pursuit
been
of the killer.
that woman there, the
Ended up
newly
here,
introduced
but I've only
one,
found
could have been the
evidence
one
of
who
a
did
fight.
it.
Seems the Centurion's killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer.
She does
I'll
look
let her
somewhat
start.
familiar.
Have them see to her
I was
body at
thinking she
once.
looked a bit like the
Meanwhile,
painting or a
we
picture on
shall
the
see
wall
it.
from
I will
before,
tell you
but I don't
everything
know.
in full detail.
Now we've got naked statues.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
Yeah, I'm not buying this
Wise
story.
picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A
Not
hairpin
buying
might
this.
look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my
And she
jewelry.
didn't in any way call off the soiree
This
after
is my
that.
guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
I mean, this is only getting more and more suspicious the more she talks, isn't it? It's not just
Heart
me.
is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
We're just taking her word. That's
Heart
not
of
her
Toussaint.
drawing.
Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been
Yeah.
on the job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
I mean,
Oriana,
sure?
everything we discussed here.
I'm not entirely buying all of
Counting on it, in
this.
fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Yeah, I'm not trusting Oriana in the slightest here.
Any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
What possibly else could there be?
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
She's banished because she wanted to murder you?
Siana
Or what?
was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel.
Yeah, this is just a convenient scapegoat. It's only coming into us now.
She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Why are we trying to make this into a sob story when she literally got a man killed and another man just permanently having a murder to his name? Is there a special name for it? No, there's matricide and patricide. Would it be fratricide, like a fraternity? Is that a brother? I want to say it'd be fratricide.
Think your
Not
sister
certain.
might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first.
The second second.
That's very much
Just
like
paying
her.
attention.
She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Why does she care for her sister so much?
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
what? She knows Regis?
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why
The
are you
best
here?
boy, yeah.
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Ages
Witcher,
means
I hear you know
red-haired
Regis too,
vampire too.
Even that you are friends.
I mean, yeah, it's
Feel
all
I can rely on
true.
like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see,
No.
sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
I mean, yeah, just like
Same as
humans.
humans. Put them in that situation.
That's fair
they'll
enough.
kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from
I
Nazaire.
love how
I spent
she's
time there as a
really
child.
perceptive at times. She does not pick up on any of those very obvious hints at all between the two of
Cut
us.
dresses I found most fascinating.
Like, what is this Duchess doing? How did she figure out the greenhouse before from the riddle?
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a Witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Yeah. Oriana. She's a vampire,
She really
right?
your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
I don't know if we know exactly where the blackmailers
listen
are. We've got a
close.
good
Managed
tip.
to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to
Ah
any harm.
yes, Geralt.
I hope you know what
Protect the women.
Fine.
It's what you were
I
made
shall
for,
see
I'm
to
sure.
Detlaf. Good luck.
Be the incel we always knew you were.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
So yeah, the three of them are vampires. All higher vampires.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Yeah, you telling you anything about himself? Because I don't know anything about the man, really.
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect
Well,
the evening to end like this.
Neither did
I
I.
enjoyed the magic.
But I have not
Didn't
drawn you
enjoy
out for
the
romantic
naked
stroll.
painting quite
I
so
wish
much.
to make
Didn't
certain
you worry
you
about
know
the
what you are to
YouTube
do.
VOD uploads.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen
I
will
mean, it's
support
been
you.
nice having
I
a
will
little
meet them at Count
like
Delacroix's
wedding
mill.
part 2 kind of
It
thing.
stands along the San Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
So midnight, meet them by the Cockatrice Inn. And wait a second. That only just changed today, didn't it? What's now? I was at 5 AM now. What? I'm confused. I'm confused. To get a level up though. So, I mean, level up this one. Okay, let's read that thing then. Remember Geralt was called a bit charitable Flavin sometimes. He met a mage who wanted to hire him to murder the princess. It was cursed. The curse of the Black Sun. Furious princess tried to hire him to murder the mage, she also refused. Then said princess had a bunch of bandits, kidnapped a kid, and tried to hold her hostage to force Geralt to work for her. Geralt said murdered her and the whole band in the middle of the city. The city only saw Witcher next to pile bodies, and that's who got the nickname. But basically believed Princess under Eclipse are basically demon reincarnate. Evidence suggests otherwise, because the way they were treated. Okay, so because of the circumstances around her birth, she was treated ill, and due to the way she's treated, she behaves a certain way. Fair enough. Let's just, before we go, touch cock. We've got a lovely statue here. We just need to stick our hand behind that leaf.
I believe I'm actually doing this.
Bundle its balls. There we are. Perfect. Nothing marks a good start of the day like fondling a statue's balls. Whoever quotes me on that.
Kiss a doll's ass.
I mean, same to you. Same to you. I'm assuming if I just run this way for a while, I will come across fast travel signposts, right? I'm remembering there should be one just in here I fought bandits, right? Yeah, I think I see one. Yeah, here we are. Even have some of the items still around. Not that I'm gonna actually use them. Okay, equip the turn the light on in my room. Then fast travel to, I guess, the vineyard. is closest. Yeah, just get that going. Barely have to move to get the lights on, so that's all good. Love our vineyard. It's a lovely vineyard, isn't it? Anyway, let's go for a little bit of a run.
You've spread some nastiness to me.
You can't say that. I'm literally the one in charge here. That's just rude. How dare they just say that? Anyway, equip all of this. And where are my glasses? There they are. And get a torch there as well. Perfect. Geralt is back at the height of his fashion, which is really bizarre, and he does not look in any way trustworthy. But, I mean, it is Geralt. He's not a fashionable man. He's out for revenge against a person who... Oh? Okay, so we're not doing that right now. It seemed time sensitive, but... I mean... Quests? Talk to men. Do that one. Can only be one. I mean, find the Master Smith. I'll go do that one first. I'll also drop a save, just in case I accidentally trigger something I don't want to have triggered. I'd want to be careful. I would like to be able to do at least the things that get you a trophy. Don't entirely know what gets you a trophy in this. But I would like to, if possible. Hello, peacocks and pheasants. Lovely animals. Let me just fast travel to... apparently around there. That's fine, we can go meet this blacksmith, who's supposedly really good at his job. Supposedly. I do love just the architecture of these cities. Like, it really is nice. Like, I love just how colourful even this path is that we're walking on. It's genuinely lovely.
Citizens, beware of history and elves alike.
Oh.
And stones, hewn or otherwise. A hecatomb at the Doran Alba estate. Open house.
Yeah, blacksmith or the front for
To
blacksmith.
the School of the Wolf, here in Tucson. Greetings. I'm Lazarus.
He's got a hammer on him.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for Witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any, though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Tucson. Alas...
Okay, I'm gonna do one of these missions at
I
least.
know where.
Get some fancy armor.
Partner to help me retrieve them.
If you know where to look, why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I romped about seeking them? No, I'd rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters.
Okay.
Bring me the diagrams, and from them
I think this is gonna be one of the few treasure hunts I've actively gone out of my way to do. But yeah, diagrams. Presumably Witchers maybe retired to here or went hunting.
Once home to Tiensail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged the king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Jensai inside. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you found the diagrams,
This seems like a fairly decent thing. I can do this.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of
Ooh,
wolf,
we have to pick
griffin,
then.
cat, bear, and manticore.
Wolf, Griffin, Cat, Bear, and
Which shall I
Manticore.
start with?
I mean, we are of the Wolf school. It'd be fitting to get the Wolf one. On the other hand, the Griffin ones seem quite nice. Haven't heard of Manticore. Don't think I've heard of Bear. Think I've seen some cat stuff. We're gonna go for Wolf. We're gonna get one fitting.
The wolf.
We're gonna get a fitting one for Geralt.
I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe yet well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropian. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Master version from the main game.
Wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but
I mean,
scholars
I can see
and
what
the
I've got
witches
so far.
disappeared without a trace.
I'll take the Griffin one and the Cat one as well, because I think I might have enough for them.
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No, it said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usa.
So that one's a proper treasure hunt. You don't even know where to entirely find the stuff.
I'd like to ask you about something else.
I don't really want to ask you about anything else. I want to check what I have diagram-wise. Let's see. Diagrams... How do we get crafting? It says crafting. Switch your gear stored separately. No. Okay, enhanced Griffin, enhanced Ursine. We have regular Griffin as well. So we need to get even better Griffin armor. Right? We could do that. That would be fine. I need to find a regular shirt somewhere. Then get that to enhanced. That's nothing fancy. Treasure hunts for... I mean... Got Griffin stuff. And Novigrad. I would imagine. That's what we want. That comes with boots, as well as the rest. Seems around Novigrad is what we want. But even more of it over in Skellige. We could do that. We could do that. Okay, now we know roughly where we're going. Let's have an explore. Because, I mean, Griffin is the best. Go for it. He sells shirts. Okay, that's fine. I'll buy them later. I'm gonna get a proper set of armor. Then I'm gonna get some... What you call them? Can't even remember what I was gonna say. Statue things. Trophies. Trophies, that's the word. Put up in my house. Needs one more painting as well. That should be fine. We need to go up there, apparently. So in at the crossroads seems to be the most apt place to go. I wonder, what exactly are we going to find? I mean, presumably it's not going to be too difficult, is it? I mean, it's like a level 18, was it, mission? We should be fine. The time of white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow. Thank you for the tip, game. I wonder if there's genuinely an option for that somewhere. Yeah, you can sharpen your blade in a grindstone and stuff like that. That's fine. Just waiting. You can only win a single gwent card from each merchant. I'd assumed as much, but it's nice to have that confirmed in in-game tips. I am just waiting. Thankfully it's now loaded. Roach. Roach? Why are you not responding? He's inside the settlement. Here we go. Okay. First one, we head up this way. I know the other one's currently the tracks one, but these boots are probably more important to me. Do I need the swords? I don't know if I need the swords too badly. Yeah, this should be fine. We're just doing the most basic of basic things. It's a bit annoying that you need to upgrade the armour from the most basic to the most expensive. It does make sense to an extent, but it's still a bit of an annoying thing. Yeah, we might have to do something fancy.
Might want to look around some.
Like murdering a dragon up there. I can murder a dragon. That's fine. Is this it? I don't know. How do I get my crossbow? There we go. Just land, would you? Come on. Kill it. Come on, get it. There we go. Is this what we're looking for? Yes, it is. Nice and simple. I guess we may as well do this. There we go. Yeah, that was a simple mission to start with. I kind of thought the scavenger hunt would be a bit more than that. I mean, I guess it's an early game one. Let me just check. Inventory, crafting, boots. That was the enhanced ones. So that's fine. We are definitely doing the general correct sort of thing. Do we just swim over? I think we do. Oh, get up. You're going for a little bit of a swim. This does not in any way look like a fun place to swim. But I'm sure Geralt doesn't mind. He can swim plate mail. He's more than happy to swim in a bit chilly water. You could certainly do a lot worse as a Witcher, couldn't you? Like, he's swam through runoff water in main city of Novigrad before. So I'm sure he's done a lot worse in the past. He's probably swam through sewers.
Let's go.
Yeah, up this way. I want to kill that one with antlers. Does it drop anything special? I don't know. I'm also really bad at aiming at it, apparently. There we go. Does it drop anything? Nah, just a deer hide. Feel a bit bad now. I killed a buck for no reason. Yeah, level 7 bandits. I'm really not bothered. We're gonna leave them be. Instead, we just want to go up here. And, hello! Good to see a new person. I'm currently trying to work my way up towards some Grandmaster armor. I really kinda ignored any kind of treasure hunts and such. So I'm just gonna be doing that for a while. We're at a point though where it says we have like a big turning point in the DLC. Like various side quests will get cut off if I continue. So I'm thinking after we do the Grandmaster armor, I'm going to try and get some trophies for my house. Just in case those get locked away as well. I'm imagining that the like trophies are from various things. Seems good. Something sale for £5. I'd say it's worth it for £5. If it's a game you think you'd be interested in, whether it's because you like your kind of RPGs, you like just saying no to women and being a fuck pro, like, it's a good game. I am playing on Death March, and in the area I'm currently in, I am over levels. So do keep that in mind. However, if you're getting the Game of the Year edition for a £5, I'd definitely say it's worthwhile. Like, it's a bit for everyone, I feel. Like, the combat itself, not amazing, but I mean, that might just be because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. I kind of just flail and hope for best. Yeah, lots and lots of side missions. If you do find yourself wanting to 100% the game, I know some people do that. I don't really do that myself. But if that's the kind of thing you do, you're easily going to have like 200 hours worth of stuff. I think the main story itself, if you ignore all the side stuff and know what you're doing, you get done in maybe about 24 hours. Somewhat around that. There's a lot of good time in this. It depends what metric you want to judge it by. It's a lovely game. There's a lot to it. You feel involved in the world to a lot of extent. You don't normally 100% do a lot. Okay, you're probably a lot like me then, in that way. The game doesn't punish you for not doing side quests. You're still more than able to play through the game without doing it. If you do what I do and just interact with side quests you think sound interesting, maybe do a contract every now and again to hunt down a big monster, you'll be in a perfect position to play through. I mean, like I say, I'm on Death March for hardest difficulty. There are certain things which are harder due to it. Like, some parts of the game have fist fights, some of them forced for the main story. They don't really work amazingly, the fist fights, especially not in like the hardest difficulty. So I mean, you're just fist fighting. Why would that be easy if you can't rely on equipment at all? You like get knocked down in maybe 3 hits if you're unlucky. And oh, that's bad. Yeah, well, why did you hit? Yeah, that probably wouldn't kill you if you weren't in the hardest difficulty. Oh, brilliant. Love you, girl, but you are quite accident proof. Yeah, 100% game is worth it for £5. I bought it several years back before I actually started playing it. Like, this is my first playthrough. I've only played through it once. I've beaten the main story. So, the main story, I can tell you with certainty, lovely town. It's well paced, you go through the areas, different areas definitely have different feel to them. For example, I mean, this is the main area you'll spend most of the game in. This kind of scenery. You've got coastal areas like this, you've got forested areas, you've got swamp areas, you've got mountains. You then got an island called Skellige, kind of supposed to be Vikings, maybe Norse. Got a lot. Like, can I get out to the map from here? Do I need to be elsewhere? I can get it. Novigrad and Velen, these ones are linked together. You then have, this isn't actually a map. That one doesn't count. Skellige, quite large, lots of islands. I like it. It kind of gives me Skyrim vibes, this map. Got plenty of mountains, you got snow, you got evergreen sorts of trees. And then you sail around in a boat going between islands if you want to bother exploring all of these undiscovered locations. You can. There's a lot just in the water. One thing I will say I have really enjoyed, actually. If I back out to the map again. If we look at this map. This is the main map of a large part of the game. I've played through the main story and done all of it. You don't really explore a lot. Like, you only really go up to about this height, and like, you don't cover this top corner. You don't cover this side. You don't ever go down here. I've never once been to this notice board. There's a lot of the map. And with like fast travel points as well, you never really feel like the big map's hindering you. You could in a game like Fallout 4 if you're playing the survival mode where you can't fast travel. Depending on how you like your games, you might see the fast travel being turned off in the survival mode as a bit of a hindrance because it's a big map. You just need to travel around a lot anyway. That's maybe not the best thing in some games. It's not once been a problem in this. It's not been a map that's just large for the sake of being large. It's not like one of your Ubisoft open world games where it's, oh, go, like, climb this tower so you can discover this area and all the points of interest that you very much definitely care about. We promise you, it's worth going to skin 3 separate pigs in order to get an ever so slight upgrade to, like, the pouch you use to hold your water which you drink, or something like that. It's not really similar to Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I mean, the open world, I'd say is about a similar size. Elden Ring, though, it's a lot more compact in how it handles its areas. It's a bit hard to really call it compact, because Elden Ring's really not a compact game. It's not a way I'd use to describe it. It's a lot easier to go around Elden Ring and actually see all of it in every area. Like, not necessarily do everything in every area, but every area, it's got more of a theme to it, I guess. Be more of a way to put it. This game doesn't have poison swamps or anything. It's just nature and different kinds of nature. Which I do think's nice. I do think is nice. Compared to Elden Ring, I'd say the map definitely has more to it. In terms of, you'll go out into the map, and rather than just feeling you're exploring for the sake of exploring, you'll be going out, you'll be finding missions, you'll be doing the missions, and the missions happen while you explore things. Like, if I wanted, I could pick a random contract and let's go for a higher leveled one. Say something like this. Starts off, talk to some random officer guy. I did not mean to do that. I don't even know how that happened. That immediately just sends you out here. It's a higher leveled one. And it sends you towards the edge of where you've been. Like, it's nice. I don't know why it keeps going between the map and not the map. That's really annoying me. I'm not pressing anything. But yeah, it's nice. It kind of naturally lets you explore the map while you do your side quests and stuff, rather than just exploring, trying to find that one NPC who may or may not be there, because one thing I really didn't like about Elden Ring, the damned NPCs of their quests. It's fine in a game where you go through areas procedurally, because it's all linear. That's fine. But I'm not bothered enough to go looking up a guide so I know where I have to go to find just an NPC in an area I've already cleared because I hadn't noticed them the first time I went through an area. This game doesn't do anything like that. I mean, again, for like £5, definitely worth it. Not really like Elden Ring. If you wanted to compare it to anything, let me have a think. What could you compare this to? I want to say kind of Skyrim, with how you feel like you're involved in the world and can explore things. I feel that's kind of how the quest systems and such work. But I do prefer the quests over Skyrim, where you get your choice of various quests. You don't need to necessarily find and talk to people. You have to pick up notices on notice boards. And then you get to just pick, do you want to do it or not? It's quite nice in that way. Anyway, I actually wanted to change this to treasure hunt, didn't I? Griffin, yeah.
Let's go.
Combat-wise, I can't think of any games to compare it to. If I find some higher-leveled enemies, I could show you if you want. Are you interested? I'd be happy to go back to DLC area quick. Like, just do a quick mission over there. Because DLC area, I really do love. Like, big-ass map for DLC. Not quite as large as the main area from the main story, but big-ass map. It's also lovely. I love how it looks. Yeah, if you want to see some combat, I'd be willing to go over to there if you want. That'd 100% be fine by me. Just let me know if you do. Because combat, there is counters. You get your light and heavy attacks. You do have a lock-on, which I don't personally use. I don't know if it's maybe more usable when you're using a controller. I'm playing mouse and keyboard. Yeah, but the combat, it's good at times. Other times you get one shot by a giant centipede. Again, probably some on the harder difficulty. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. Where am I immediately heading? I'm immediately heading up there. Got it. Roach. Here she comes.
Giddy up.
Oh, one thing I will say, by the way, Zokyats, I'm assuming that's how you say your name. Maybe Zokyats, or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, something you might want to consider is if you are going to play this in the hardest difficulty, the gourmet perk is genuinely something I would not have survived without.
Move it.
So do just keep in mind, like, there are various perks to make it easier for you depending on how you're playing. It's not a system where your perks, like, mildly affect you, kind of like how, I guess, Fallout does it. Some of them mean more in Fallout than others. But yeah, every perk you can take, you get to assign them into your skill slot, which you unlock as you level up. They really are quite nice. They all lend themselves to certain styles of play. Anyway, what are we looking for here? And we've got monsters. We've also got this tower. I'd imagine the tower is roughly what we're after. I mean, it says I want to explore this general area. Monster Den. So it would be inside of here. Got it. I mean, we're only level 6. We're not the scariest ever. Has to be said. Let's just get out a torch. I mean, yeah, they are chasing after me. Time to go. Where would a treasure chest be? It's not going to be inside of a cage, is it? That would be weird. You wouldn't leave treasure inside of a cage. Why are there so many dead people? You have to see me. Bothered. I'm not going to read that. Treasure, where art thou? Treasure. Have I been in here? Presumably not. Can't help but feel this is very similar to some of the places I've previously been in. I don't want you climb it. There we go. I mean, I'll not lie, a lot of these ruins and caves do look incredibly similar to each other.
An illusion.
And illusory walls. Okay, so that locks you away if you don't have yourself past a certain point in the story. That's weird, but okay. What am I looking for? I mean, it's not taking me to where I thought it would take me. Apparently still treasure in here. Where is this treasure I am missing? Is this it? Sure not. I got some diagrams, it's not what I was wanting though. Okay. Okay. Well, back through the monster cave. Which wasn't marked as completed, I don't think. So do be careful. There might be treasure still about. Not really seeing any. There could be though. There could be treasure. It's not going to be anything of use, is it? So anything I'm after is going to be out this way. And it's also going to be inside of this tower in a chest right here, right? Yeah. Master crafted, lovely.
Come on.
Okay. Next place we're going to Steel Sword Diagram. Which, I mean, I'm still possibly not going to be using anytime soon. Yeah, put away your sword, Geralt. You don't need it. You're fine. Just munching a ham sandwich and it's all good. Got harpies. Hear about them. Yeah, just make a beeline. It's safe. Don't worry, Roach. You're fine. Just ignore the fact you could obviously see triangles of the model there. It's not important. It's not in there, is it? No. It's not inside of Old Siege Tower we need to go. Where are we going? Is it better to get a signpost? Probably would have been better to get a signpost. Fast travelling is usually better, Paul, but oh well. I do like how you just get a buff for fondling a statue's balls, so... it's a great thing, I do love it. This is where we're investigating. Is this where that fiend once was? If I had to guess, then I'd say no, because it looks ever so slightly different. Is that an earth elemental? Looks like an earth elemental. I've got no quarrel with you, elemental. Unless you're hiding the treasure, in which case I might have some quarrel with you. Not a lot of quarrel. It's like a small amount. Just a little bit of quarrel. I guess you're wanting to fight, because I've got my sword out. And that means I'm no longer able to jump and play. Hate elementals. It's such a pain. It is dying, albeit slowly. Okay, we can get stuns, which are very nice. Ouch. That actually didn't deal a lot of damage, did it? I kind of preemptively said ouch. The torch out, that's fine. So he traps me with him? Is that what he's done? Does he think this is detrimental to me being trapped in a ring with his pulsating rock? It's not detrimental. Why is it pulsating though? Is it supposed to? Is that a glitched effect? That's supposed to time out or something. No, they're gone. That's fine. And apparently the first one I've killed. So I think I would get this far through the game without having killed something. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I want to bet you it's up there. I don't know how we get up. So you want to climb up this? Geralt, are you? It's not even up there, there's no treasure chest. Okay, it's definitely not there. If I had to guess then... I had an elemental here. Presumably it's nearby. What could it be? Not inside of a tower. I mean, I can investigate this.
I want to look around some.
It does tell me to look around that area. What's I missing? I could have sworn it wasn't around here. Get some alkahest. Not seeing much. Ah! That would be it. Mastercraft, steel sword. I should probably not jump up that way, that's not required. Roach! Let us be on our way. On our way, literally just outside the signpost, because I'm not riding all that way. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Damn, you're ugly.
I mean, you're not wrong, Geralt. That's also a bit rude, I feel. Are we just gonna, like, free this place, or what happens? Like, they seem to want to kill me. So I'm willing to just make him stop trying to kill me. Okay, come on. Murder it. There we go. Fast travel. And we would like... Whale Graveyard. Seems about correct. That's not immediately the best place to come out, is it? What a weird place for a signpost. Not most friendly welcome. Why did it go into pause menu there? Is my keyboard doing fine today? I hope it is. I do hope it's not on the fritz. These bandits as well. Thing, my luck's apparently run out. There we go. Wow, what terrible luck. You have to admit, it really has run out. Okay. We're not going to deal with bandit camp. Although it is easy to do. Sure. Sure. You're not getting all I've got. I don't even have too much of interest to you, wouldn't you think? It's mostly witchery stuff. Well, we're going to die of our own accord now. Yep, there we go. Counter, and yeah, you're going to die as well. Might as well finish you though. Make it look fancier, last one. There we go. Valuable fossil, fish. Don't need a rope ladder. Cool. About what you'd expect. I just honestly beeline my way to this. Pick the Wolfsbane. Pick Mandrake route. Just pick anything on our way. You can see some runes, so it's presumably there that we're wanting. Still have more Mastercraft Griffin stuff to find, however. So I'm not entirely sure what we're after. I mean, hidden treasure, yeah, Cyclops. Like, I'm hoping this gets us access to more stuff, right? Like to the rest of the blueprints on the treasure. But doesn't it be a little on the upset side? Not by a lot. And it's a power. Is that on the roof or underneath? Somewhere. We've got hidden treasures. It's up. It's up towards the roof. Not on the roof. Hello.
Place of power.
It's rather well hidden. There we go. Extra ability point. And Witcher? No, Witch Hunter, not Witcher Hunter armor. And oh, that's literally the whole set of armor. I mean, it's better than what I'd expected. I will not in the slightest bit complain. Except from falling to your death, Geralt. You barely fell. God damn you, he's so feeble. Why is he so feeble? That wasn't more than a few feet. God damn you, Geralt. God damn you. Really, all the way back here? Okay, sure. Sure, we can do that again. We're not going to beat the bandits down there this time. It's not worth the bother. Seems they're wanting to murder me, however. So we really think we've got a chance. Okay, we're sliding down here this time, I guess. That's fine, we've got harpies. Just get the crossbow. There we go. Shoot them down. It's kind of fun just shooting them down. You don't really have to. They'll probably stay away once I get up here. Hello, Cyclops. You're quick to attack. Okay. I mean, I'm still happy to murder you. You're only level 30. You don't stand much of a chance. Up we go. This time, we're not going to jump from a slight, like, breeze. Okay, so power is not done, so I always press E a second time. Okay, there we go. Look at this. Don't need to saddle. Take all of them. So how far did I fall when I died? I mean, farther than I thought. I'd meant to drop down to a ledge like that. I guess I can see you. Nah, I still don't think you die from that. Yeah, that's still utter nonsense. But oh well. Oh well. Scavenger hunt with Griffin here. So we now have all the massive craft recipes. Roach. No roach. Yes, roach. Once we've done this, I would imagine to do like fist fights and such. Fist fighting, possibly a race to get trophies. Maybe like a monster fighting tournament, I don't know. Oh, bandits. Let me fit your horseback, because I can't just one-shot it. Is this doable on horseback? I hope so. Horseback combat is really atrocious. Come on, bandit. There we go. Only the one left. There we go. Might as well loot them. Because, I mean, they did try and shoot me previously. It's only fair, you know. It's only fair. You know, just get off, Roach. There we go. Back to the Duchy of wherever this place is. What is this? Duchy of Toussaint. There we go. We're gonna fast travel down to here and go to a part of the map we've generally ignored. I hope Zocchiax enjoys the game. If they do decide to buy it anyway. It's a good game. It is. Definitely worth the like £5 it costs. Whenever it goes on sale. It goes on sale for surprisingly cheap, doesn't it? You think it'd be like a £5 for the base game, not the Game of the Year edition with literally everything. Well, that's just pretty good. Also, I am kinda curious. If I just... No? If I just... No? Okay. I was gonna say kill the cows, then run away from the beam that spawns in, but no. Apparently not. Just keep making my way over here. I'm kinda curious if the Grandmaster gear is actually going to be any good. I'd hope it is, because it's a DLC exclusive thing you need to craft and you need to do a quest for it. I mean, is it really going to be all that good? Well, even as a set bonus for my crafted stuff. Griffin Boots. 3 pieces. Using stamina to cast a sign. Next time I'll be done without... Ah. Yeah. It's a boring one. Really? I mean, maybe I should have made a different kind of armor. Like, the bear armor actually really would suit me. You have a chance to just cast extra when, and I do that. Damage dealt by thing. You know what? Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Slow now.
I'll take the Griffin stuff. I can't be bothered hunting down more armor. I won't lie. I don't find the treasure hunts particularly exciting. It's, I mean, fine. And
must be that ruined fort the fog mentioned.
Okay. I guess we're fighting these guys for now. Level 38, not the worst, and one of them is already damaged. The fact that it immediately makes you hunt some of them down to start off this treasure hunt. I'm hopeful that this is going to be good. Also, I should be using a shield, but eat a sandwich as well. Or raw meat, I guess. Why is there only one on the ground? There's definitely another one up there. And seeing as they have a Slizzards or Slizards or whatever as their health bar, I'd assume they would be fighting both of them. I guess not. Just attack this one. Okay, now there's the other one. You're the wounded one, alright. Wounded by who previously? I don't know. Will we ever know? Possibly. It's hard to say. Ouch. I mean, I've used the adrenaline now, and oh, we're guarding a nest. Okay. So that's why they're here. Got it. So to attack their flanks seems to get knocked down. Or attack their wings or their tail, or what was it they didn't like when it got knocked down previously? No, it's when it's trying to get off of the ground. That's when you knock it down. Do you feel a bit bad with like their death screams and whatnot? But we get a trophy. Apparently that was quest related as well as a new sword. You need to take the sword for the animation. Is this a contract? Might have been. I mean, it would seem that's the insinuated thing. Yeah, monster eggs. Amazed there were any intact there. Yeah, what quest am I following? Yeah, that's not what I'm doing in the slightest. I'm doing Sant Griffin gear. There we are. Find a clue. So we don't know if it's in here. I mean, presumably is. A skeleton. Skeleton. You have interest? Might be. Elven armorer's tools. Not most interesting. Is it like underneath this place? It's not. There's not really a lot here. I get some cucumbers and raspberries and whatnot. Raspberries are quite nice, I guess. I haven't noticed there was a place power below this, according to the map. So there has to be an underneath. Unless it was somehow on the roof. Yeah, it's not going to make you climb up to the roof. The game is not quite that cruel. So instead, let's go underneath. You can see symbols for cave. Meaning, presumably, cave is the right choice. It's up there on a slight ledge. Okay. It's a weird way to have to go, but it does get you a place of power.
From it.
Not entirely the way through I was hoping it would be. That's fine though. That's fine. Gains an ability point. Yeah, there's not a way through. Okay. There has to be an underground bit, right? There must be. There might not be. You're just being very imperceptive, which I wouldn't put past myself as being the truth. It's just this. Get half of them from that and a report. I mean, hooray. All I now need to do is read this note when it comes up, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Wonder what happened at Moncron.
So where am I going? That's not far. That's fine. We make that trip easily. Once I've got this armor though, I think that'll be the stream for today. Unless I don't have the tools in which, or not the tools, the resources required. In which case, I mean, that's going to be us finishing without getting the armor. Because, yeah, I'm not for too much longer. Must be said, we are towards the end of how long I want to be streaming for, but I've been going for about 5 hours. When this is down into VODs, you will have like 3 hours, roughly, of Witcher. I was doing 2 hours of Torchlight before this with Convex. Yeah, drop a save, because I can see a lot of reds. It's a hunt space. What's a hunt? That doesn't ring a bell. Also, looks like it's not down there. How'd you get in? It is not past the tree. Despite it looking like I might be able to get in this way, invisible wall. You definitely can't. Where's the entrance? Well, there's got to be a proper entrance, right? Down here? Down here. Hunt space. Lunar base operations and outlaw gang known as Hunts. Particularly wary and prepare for tough fight. Bandits are well organised. Might call for help from neighbouring camps. Stop them using signal flares. That's asking a lot.
Not your lucky day. Castle Meyer to the Dark Legend.
Okay. This is fine. We can do a bit of this. They might die. Take out this one with the bow. We're fine. Wait, praise be the prophet? These like religious zealots of some kind? Possibly. Yeah, one of them's died from presumably the poison. That one with the bow should be dying in a second. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That one's definitely dead, she's on fire. This guy here is also dead. I think. I will finish him just to be safe. There we go. Also, however, a whetstone. Or a grindstone, or whatever you want to call it. Which does help.
An illusion.
Certainly does. And wait, this is an illusion? The wall is an illusion. Okay. Is this what I'm wanting? Down here. It's quite dark. It's immediately less dark as soon as I get my torch out. But we get nice formula. Yeah, it's almost definitely down here, right? It's another illusion, isn't it?
Damn it.
Or how do I get through? It's a switch. Cool. Thank you, minimap, for telling me there was stuff through here. I likely would have missed it. And Rose Journal. Okay. So you get to learn more about Professor Moreau by going through here? Oh no. Why did you all follow me down here? This is not an ideal place to fight. Let's go over to Igni. Set multiple of them on fire at a time. This is all fine. Continue setting them on fire. We're doing good. We're not doing great, mostly because of that dog. But I mean, God, this fire from my gwent, it really works in tight spaces, doesn't it? There we go. That's most of them now dead from the fire, mostly. But this fire's a lot better than I thought it was. Yeah, I didn't think it was quite so good. Oh, there we go. I'll take an onion for my hard work. Some dog meat. Feel a bit bad about that one. Apparently not down there. I mean, it must be above. There's a dog here. Is that a reinforcement that came along? Is that a reinforcement that like spawned in behind me? With how the reinforcement system works. I feel bad murdering their dogs. They are marked as enemies. Alright. I'll be a moment. Honestly, I need to do something on my phone. Okay. There we go. There we go. Phone stuff is done. Back to the game. God, I didn't think it'd take quite so long to get this set of armor found. Poor dogs. I don't feel good setting on fire. I don't. It's an effective way to get rid of them as enemies. Yeah, that didn't set people on fire as much, that. I swear, Igni was a lot more effective down below. Although, there's a lot there, didn't it? Try and take care of bandit bowmen best I can. The bow ones are the most annoying, and they can hit each other apparently with their bow, or with their arrows, I guess. Set them all on fire. Here we go. We've got enough adrenaline. I can just power on through for the most part. Yeah, if I'm using this playstyle, I mean, it is more fun than what I had been doing. Like it is. Let's continue to try and murder them. Has that caught many of them? No, it didn't catch many of them in that fire. Bit of a shame, not too surprised for. Okay, that one should be dying. You should be dead. Set those two on fire and take out you. Didn't think we'd get an execution on them that early. Set him on fire. Lovely. Setting him on fire just takes him out of the combat and does a solid amount of damage. This is all going very well, surprisingly. Okay, you're not on fire, so attack you while your friend's occupied by burning. And now you're only one left. Feel a bit bad for him though. I'll just let him die. Okay, did we like this? I don't know. I mean, I feel they call for reinforcements. So let's just stop this. I'm assuming if I let fire to that myself, reinforcements would show up. I don't know. Maybe? Yeah, it's just us. Looks like he is a shield man. I hope I've got my alternate casting thing, eh? I do. There we go. Shield's gone, you're now just a normal man. Poor guy. Not really all that poor, but poor guy. Yeah, what exactly now? Grilled pork. It's been more fit for some pork, but we do need to climb up. I'm under the assumption we want to be going up. That's impressive, Geralt. How'd you get behind that to climb over it? Yeah, set him on fire. Don't get rid of his shield though, annoyingly. Come on, burn his shield off. There we go. Now he's very killable because he's in a stagger lock. Lovely. Yo, what? I'm sorry? What did you say? Perflui him. I like the vocabulary these guys use. I feel a little bad just murdering them simply on that. Like, it's nice that they're wanting to perflui me. It's a lot more like interesting to hear than like flank him or whatever. But yeah, I need to be careful up here. Geralt's not known for being careful, so I need to keep an eye out for him. Oh, the filbert.
Goodness, how I enjoy your food.
I mean, if it's a one-on-one fight, you've got an explosive barrel behind you, my good sir. Stay away. Brilliant. It's kind of mean doing this. That works. We just lock him in with fire, and then we just murder him with the like various dots we can apply. If we just leave him for a moment as well, I mean he takes a lot of damage from the burning. Is that him just gonna bleed out? I don't know, set him on fire. Down he goes. And I have a fancy sword. Is this where I wanted to go? Up here? I hope so, because I've just cleared this all out thinking this is where I was meant to go. It's impressive fanfare. I mean, we've liberated the castle, I guess. Right? I mean, it's a ruined castle. But we did liberate it.
All is in order.
Destroyed Hans base, killed its leader, but into power area. Yeah, I didn't see the best of that. Something about being deprived of a strong leader. But where am I meant to go? To get these blueprints? I can't climb up there, can I? I don't think so. Where the hell am I supposed to sit?
Around here it's wine, wine, and more wine. But me, I prefer
Okay,
that.
I really do need to wrap this up. Where am I meant to go? Not into the bush. We are not climbing into shrubberies, apparently. Through here? Did I miss something? That's a bit rude. I just liberated this place for you. He wants me to be gone from his sight.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
I'm a bit confused because there's so much verticality to this place.
Am I invisible?
Yeah, you're not invisible, no, I just don't care for you. There's a difference. Can I, like, climb up this? Probably could, but I don't think I'm meant to.
Fetch this empty dead. Sweep up here. Botch it all. Oh!
Am I sure it's not underneath? It really feels like it should be down here. I mean, we've got lots of items. Can loot various things. Got a box. Guess I'll loot all of that 'cause it's still marked as red. What am I looking for? If it's marked as red, I'd know what I'm searching for. Power crystal? What is that used for? What? I mean, got a button. That closes that, so you could hide away in here without being discovered. Thought that would be the case. Insert power crystal.
See where it drops me.
Is this...
I hate portals.
Is this all I need? No, this doesn't seem like what I needed. Ah, Christ. Okay. I mean, murder it. That's fine. It's not the worst, it's only level 40. Okay, I say it's only level 40, but it's quite high levels. Do murder it. It's just essentially an earth elemental with fancier, or honestly less fancy. Come on, Dims. Where am I?
Oro kept Jerome here. Need to look around.
Am I searching the right place? Found some trousers, and I did need a shirt for later. So that was where it was meant to go.
Back of the diagram. Jerome made a note.
Well, I guess that's that. And an illusion, which unveils more treasure. Sans Terminate armor. And a way out. Presumably a way out. I think I might have been better not taking this way, but I don't know if I was able to have an option. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. I don't need to bother with them. I've got my loot. We just need to go hand this back, make some armor, and I can finally wrap up. I've been going longer than I meant to. Or later than I meant to. Okay. On we get. Just need to get to fast travel signpost. Nearest one might be there. Let's keep heading in this direction. Get the signpost.
Whoa there, Roach.
You seem like a
Go.
reasonable enough place to have a signpost. I think we do. It also seems to be currently preoccupied by a vampire? A werewolf? Ah, sure. Level 46, I can beat it. Especially since I do apply a damage over time effect that should stop it healing. Okay, we're doing fine. This is more than fine. There we go. Now do you meditate for a day? I think we meditate for a day. As this DLC goes. Does that create a fast travel point? I hope it does. I just want to go get my dinner.
unbelievable.
Witcher, there's a good chap. Thanks for the help.
And you're welcome for the help. And there is a signpost. Lovely, right? My hunch was correct. Let's go quickly make some armour so I can go get food. And that's not where we're going. We're going this way. I was confused there for a second. I was going to say, what's the armourer doing out there? But no. No, that's the main story. It's been currently trapped. Just head north through here. Let's bump into her if we can. And is that red building? So one of these red buildings. Oh.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
I found
managed to find something.
some stuff.
Wonderful. I shall draft a copy. This is good. This at last will earn me the title of Grandmaster. I thank you, Witcher.
And can I now make this? Let's see.
Of course.
Okay, Griffin Boots. Bam. We need leather. Does he just sell it? It does. Buy all of them. Back to crafting. Enhanced boots. Grandmaster. No, Mastercraft. Needs superior. We're missing a step. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to do this. Lovely.
Farewell.
Good
I don't
luck.
think we're even meant to start to find the rest of it, so I'll not bother. I'm fine with the armour I've got anyway. At least got to do a few treasure hunts. But yeah, that's all for now. I think next time we might be finishing up the game, judging by the fact it gave me the warning. So it depends how much we need to do to get those trophies. For now though, that is me. I do hope you've all enjoyed as much as I have, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.